Hello and thank you for joining our channel. Josh and Sabrina Take on the World. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different video. It's not a box review finally, it's something a little bit different. We're still going to be reviewing something, but today we're going to be reviewing laser tattoo removal. Now I personally don't have any tattoos, but Sabrina does have several tattoos, and sometimes she gets tired of them. And she decided, a year ago or so, that she'd like to get rid of one on her wrist. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the process of laser tattoo removal, and we're going to show you some before images along with images at different stages of the tattoo removal process, and then a final image of what the tattoo currently looks like as of now, after Sabrina's last treatment, which I guess was,
2 weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. So I guess you tried the laser tattoo removal a while ago, initially?
When I first started, I went to a place in London, Ontario, which is where we live. I won't say the name of the place because I never went back, but my tattoo's probably 4 inches by 3 inches with primarily green, black, and a little bit of red and purple on my wrist, obviously. So when I went there, it was $300 a session, which...
It's expensive.
It's expensive. I couldn't really afford it at the time. Somebody at work ended up telling me about a place in Kitchener, which is where I work. So I went down there for a consultation, and it ended up being half the price. So I started going there.
And I went with you to that initial consult, I guess, that you had there, and it seemed very clean and kind of a trendy place with the nice furniture and that they had set up. And I guess, the name of the place that you went to is what?
Fadeaway Laser.
Right.
So they have locations in Kitchener, Hamilton, and Milton for Canada, and they have a couple in the States, in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Iowa.
And I think when we talked with the gentleman that was starting it up at the time, he had told us that a lot of the other places that were doing the tattoo laser removal, they invest a lot in the equipment, and then they charge a lot of money to try and get their investment back out right away. But they kind of go a different model where they don't charge nearly as much as the other places, and their goal is just to get more customers that want to go for the tattoo removal rather than just a few customers that are willing to spend a lot more money. So they seem
more customers,
right,
less price,
less shared among more customers, which makes sense. And I believe at the time they also have a doctor that they work with as well in case there's any kind of medical issues or that you have. So I think you've been very happy with the process with them.
Yep, they're accommodating. I usually work 12-hour shifts in Kitchener, and they'll stay open after their closing time just to accommodate me because I'm done work at the same time that they close. So that's great. It saves me driving down there when I can just do it while I'm going down anyway for work. Even if I wasn't working, with the amount that I'm saving, it's worth it to drive the hour like we did my last appointment.
And I guess that's one of the things too with the laser tattoo removal is that don't expect that you're going to go next week and then go again the following week. Your body needs a lot of time to
break down,
yeah. And I guess that as it was explained to us, that's how it kind of works, is that the laser is applied to your skin, which I guess is fairly painful, and there's some numbing cream in that they put on as well to help.
You can buy a numbing cream, yes.
Which you would highly recommend that
yes,
you would probably do that.
It's called Zensa. It's
okay.
$50. It's kind of, I guess it's expensive for the size of it, but it's definitely worth every penny because it makes the pain reduced by, I'd say, 40 to 50%. The first couple of sessions I did it without any numbing cream at all, and it's absolutely the most painful thing I've ever had to do. Probably I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for pain.
Yeah, and Sabrina can pretty handle
I have a high pain tolerance,
pain.
And it's extremely painful. So this cream is worth every penny.
Yeah, because I went the one time with you, and I think I held your hand at the time, and you almost broke my fingers when she was applying the laser. So
it has 5% lidocaine, which I guess is for the pain. I guess it's the cream for like irritations of
Right.
skins and.
So basically the laser is applied to the actual tattoo area, and depending on the color of the area, they dial up the laser to different wavelengths, I think is what it was. And they also, it gets quite hot too. So don't they have something that they blow? Is it they're just blowing
it's
cool
like
air or something to try and keep
they do it.
keep the air keep it cool? So, but the process is supposed to actually break down the pigment within the skin, break up the ink particles in the tattoo, and then your body basically reabsorbs the broken down color particles or ink particles.
Yeah. So black is the most painful to remove, but it's the fastest to remove. It's definitely up there for pain-wise. And then the other colors in my tattoo are green and red, which the red didn't really hurt at all, and the green did hurt more than the red.
And I think when we went, he explained to us that the black is easier to get rid of for the darker color like that because it absorbs much of the laser light and breaks apart, where I believe the other colors were
green and red are one of the hardest
reflecting some of that, I think is how that went. So but anyways, we'll go ahead and show some of the pictures here now. So let's bring up the photos.
So this is the picture of the tattoo as it was originally, which you can see it's very bright, lots of green, lots of purples, very vibrant colors.
And this was right after you had the tattoo kind of originally done, I guess, at the time.
Yeah, and it was actually a cover-up of some script that I had that I got when I was younger and made some stupid decisions. And then the cover-up I wasn't really entirely happy with, so I decided to remove it.
All right, so now we're on to the next photo here.
This is probably my first or second session. As you can see, it's still very dark. All the line work is still very dark. And as you can see here, it's getting more like a faded, I suppose. And in the center, you can see.
Yeah, around the center part, you got that kind of dark circle, and then the next area was green, and then kind of faded into yellow, and you can already see that that's starting to dissipate there in the photo.
Same thing with this photo.
Yeah.
Just looking overall more
and
faded.
And in between these photos, there's obviously a recovery period of how long?
6 to 12 weeks.
6 to 12 weeks in between.
And it initially swells a lot. I have to wrap my arm and ice it for like a couple hours after my sessions. And then it takes about a week and a half to fully heal. You'll get blisters. You have to avoid hot tubs, any hot water.
What we'll do now is we're just going to put a side-by-side picture of the original tattoo up on the left-hand side. And as you can see on the right-hand side, you've got the latest photo that we just took here while filming this YouTube video. And you can see the difference from the original tattoo right through to the last removal. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of change in the tattoo, I guess, over the course of
7 sessions,
and that's
over
about
a year.
Over a year. So it's definitely not a process that if you got your boyfriend's name tattooed on you or your girlfriend's name tattooed on you and you just broke up with them last week, I guess don't expect that by the end of next month it's going to be gone, because that won't be the case. And there's going to be a little bit of pain involved in getting it
a lot of pain.
Getting it removed. A lot of pain. So so I guess you've got some tips as well on what to kind of do after you've had your session. I guess, well, the first tip is before, which was making sure you
buy the numbing cream. Helps a lot. You want to put it on an hour before your session.
And you want to put it on heavy too. And
a thick layer, just let it sit, wrap it with
cellophane
to hold in the heat, I believe.
Well, to hold in the cream. Because remember, I applied it for you the last time, and I just put a thin layer on, and it dried up right away due to the air, and you said that it didn't seem to be working at all. But then when I put a much heavier layer, unfortunately we were out beforehand, we didn't have any cellophane, we forgot to bring it with us, so we had to put it on a lot thicker so that it didn't dry out immediately, and you said that the second time through that it worked. So so what are the tips for after?
So you want to drink lots of water because your body will break down the ink and then you'll just dispose of it through your urine. So lots of water. I was also told if you put glutamine in your water, that's supposed to speed up the process.
The healing process. So. All right.
And also smoking is like super bad for when you're doing tattoo removal. It slows it down.
Oh, there you go. So I guess maybe general health. If you're a lot more healthy, then
take lots of vitamins, eat well.
Your body's going to be able to absorb the tattoo particles or dye particles in there. If you're generally unhealthy, then it's going to probably take a little bit longer.
Smoking definitely is bad for when you're doing tattoo removal.
And I think the other thing too is don't give up on it after just a few sessions, because when you were having it done a few times, you were like, I don't think I really see too much of a difference, but then you stuck with it and you definitely have seen a tremendous
most people don't even notice it anymore.
So.
People used to always notice it even with my watch on, but now nobody ever says anything. So.
And you've been very happy with Fade Away?
Yeah, I would give them a 10 out of 10. They're clean, they're accommodating, they're friendly. They've even offered for us if we want to go in and have them talk about the laser removal process on video, we could. My last session, they said it was fine, but because of COVID, they could only have so many people in the shop. And
so I guess if you do have any questions, certainly let us know, and we can go back and maybe do a video with someone from Fade Away. They said they would be interested in doing that. And again, this video is completely unsponsored. We're not getting paid by Fade Away or anybody else with regards to tattoo removal. It was just something that Sabrina wanted to talk about because she's been going through the process and wanted to share what we've learned and the results that we've had with it. So if you have any questions with regards to the process, certainly write it in the comments, and any questions for Fade Away, write them in the comments as well, and we'll see if we can get them to come back and maybe participate in another video and give some direct responses to you. So
you definitely want to think about what tattoos you're getting, because it's expensive and painful.
Yeah, so be careful. All right, well, thank you for watching the video. We hope that you found it informative. Take care.